Good morning. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you very much for tuning in or YouTubing in. This morning I'm going to talk to you about EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. I know I usually talk about yoga, but I think this is important, and I'd like all my students to listen and take note, and those who are not my students, please take advantage of this small interlude in what would normally be a yoga presentation. I have been very thrilled to learn about Emotional Freedom Technique. It was taught to me years and years and years ago in a very complex way, and I thought I could never teach this, nor do I understand it. It was at the time when Touch for Health and all of those things was starting out in the world, and there was charts for the walls, and there was lots of complex things. And gradually it's got simpler. But still isn't altogether simple, and there's a lot of people out there making a lot of money making it complex. But really it's a very simple procedure, and it can help an enormous amount of people. If you have phobias, if you have fears, if you have a weight problem, if you have an addiction with anything, if you are trying to increase your abundance, if you have a blockage to your work success or relationship success, anything that implies a blockage will be very successful when treated with tapping or emotional freedom technique, which is an energy-based technique. It works on the energies in the body, so it really is wonderful for anything that has to do with a blockage. So what we are doing when we are tapping, we are working on the full energies via the meridians in the body. It's not rocket science, and it's not heebie-jeebie, it's not flaky. It's working with things that we know actually exist, the meridians. And we're working with the 12 main ones, so even science agrees that they exist. So it's not hard to know about that. You can teach it to guys because you can be analytical if you like, or you can teach it to anybody. You can teach it to children, and I'm told you can teach it to dogs, but I'm not quite sure how one would do that. But I'm told dogs they respond quite well. It's all about finding that core statement, which they call in tapping terms the setup. It's finding that core statement and then making various tappings on the meridians saying the negative. It's not an affirmation. Affirmations are totally different. It's not an affirmation. It's about saying the negative, getting the negative out there, diffusing the negative, and then adding a positive. Okay? So that what we tap on are the meridians. So we tap there, right on the crown of the head, on the 1,000-petal lotus, right up there. And then we tap at the side here on your crow's feet, right at the side. And then we tap under here on the stomach meridian, right there. And we tap in the center at Jahne, right on the between the eyebrows there on the forehead. Then we tap there. Then we tap there. Then we tap here, and then we tap under the armpits, just above the bra line where it's a little bit sensitive, and then we tap on the karate points. And tap about 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't have to be precise. 1 or 2 won't do it, but 7, 10, something like that. Okay? And so the important thing, as I said, is to isolate the core problem. Now, the core problem for me, I tried a lot of different, and you probably will too, I tried a lot of different little phrases to try and isolate the core problem for myself. And what I got it down to is years and years and years and years and years ago, my mother said to me, you will never be successful until you decide to work at one thing. I'm not a one thing kind of person. And I interpreted that as being, you will never be successful. So even when I was successful, I didn't feel successful. I'm sure you know what I mean. So I had to tap on something that made sense to me and remove the blockage for me. And I tried a few things and I didn't feel that they made any difference. So before you start, you say, okay, this successful thing. Well, really, it's expecting failure, isn't it? So do I expect failure? On a chart of 1 to 10, I figured at the time my expectation of failure was about a 12, if I had to be honest. I never thought I would succeed. And success to me doesn't mean dollars, but I never felt I would succeed. So I thought, yes, that's good to me. And when I tapped on that, I got it down to about 7 or 8. And then I thought, there's something missing. What is missing here? And I didn't feel good afterwards. I felt almost that I'd encouraged the feeling that I wasn't going to get success. So then I added, I said, even though I expect failure, I choose success and abundance and love myself and respect myself in every minute. After I'd done that, I just felt fantastic. It was like a rush of energy. Yes, that was the one for me. And my stress level went down to about a 2 around the failure thing. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that rush of energy, whew, that got it. You know what I mean? So if you haven't got that feeling of energy, you haven't quite got to the right phrase. And that is the only point I think that you need to have a therapist working with you or someone who's trained in this technique, is finding and honestly finding that little phrase, because the setup is very important. You can tap for all kinds of things and think, oh, well, okay, I've whiled away a quarter of an hour. But when you tap on the right thing, you get this rush of energy and you go, wow, yes, that's right. And everything changes because you've changed the energy. When you change the energy, everything changes. Suddenly, things start coming to you. Things start coming to me. As soon as I changed that energy, things started coming to me. So, you can change the energy and things can start coming to you. You could start, instead of feeling that you are powerless to affect your weight loss, you could think something like, even though I feel powerless to affect my weight loss, I choose to lose 5 kilos. That's just an example. Or even though I'm out of control with the eating thing, I choose to eat vegetables, or I choose to eat healthily, or I choose to be, and choose what means something to you. For a child who's frightened at night time, even though I'm frightened at night time, I choose to be happy, secure, and know that my parents love me. And I love and respect myself in every minute. Put that on the end, always do, because it's important to love and respect yourself. So you don't have to put up with these fears and phobias. You can do something about it. Even though I get scared and frustrated because of difficult clients, I choose to be a caring therapist, calm and happy in my job. I love and respect myself in every minute. That's okay. So choose something that means something to you. It would be very, very good if yours worked as well as mine did. And there's thousands and thousands of people emailing and saying how wonderful this therapy is. So please try it. Now, you've got to there, 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 collarbone, just in that little dip in the collarbones there, and under here. Okay? Whilst saying it, so, even though, and your phrase, even though, and your phrase. You can do it in different order. You've got to there and thought, oh, I've forgotten to do here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the order as long as you go through all the meridians. Okay? Now, if you hop onto my website, which is tappingin.moonfruit.com, that's tapping in, all one word, .moonfruit, one word, .com. I'm updating my site at the moment, so just keep on it. If you go there and you say, oh, they're not there yet, keep working on it because I am working on it. And my other site is yogabeautiful, all one word, .com.au, yogabeautiful.com.au, and that will switch you across. I'll have interlinking those two sites. So I'm one of these people who believe that if one site is good, 8 sites is better. So please hop on to tappingin.moonfruit.com or yogabeautiful.com.au. That's tappingin.moonfruit.com or yogabeautiful.com.au. You'll find on the Yoga Beautiful everything that we do with yoga, but tapping will be just for tapping, and it will give you our other sites if you want to go check out our other sites, because we do a lot of things. My mother's thing that said you'll never be successful if you don't do one thing hasn't quite worked out, and the more tapping I do, the less likely it is to work out, because I'm having great fun doing all the things that I do, and I feel very successful. So please try the tapping for any of your phobias, fears, addictions, blockages in your abundance, blockages in your relationship. You choose. There's lots you can do. And hop onto the website and you'll learn more, and we'll see where we're going. I don't know quite how it will work out, but it's growing daily and I'm having such fun, and I know that you will too. Namaste.